The Syrian civil war was a long and bloody conflict. It lasted over a decade. Millions were displaced. Hundreds of thousands were killed. The war had a devastating impact on the region. Finally, in December 2024, Bashar al-Assad's regime crumbled. The country was in ruins. A new leader emerged from the chaos. Ahmed al-Sharaa. Al-Sharaa was a former rebel commander. He gained respect for his moderate stance. He sought to unite the fractured country. He promised a transition to democracy. The international community cautiously welcomed his leadership. Al-Sharaa faced a daunting task. Syria was in dire need of reconstruction. Extremist groups still posed a threat. Regional tensions remained high. The new president needed international support. In a surprising move, President Trump announced the lifting of U.S. sanctions on Syria. This occurred on May 13, 2025, during a speech in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The decision marked a significant shift in U.S. policy. It signaled a new approach to the Middle East. Trump's decision was met with mixed reactions. Some experts praised the move. They saw it as a pragmatic step towards stabilizing Syria. Others expressed concerns about empowering al-Sharaa too quickly. They worried about potential negative consequences. The lifting of sanctions paved the way for international aid and investment. This was crucial for Syria's reconstruction. It also offered a chance for the country to reintegrate into the global economy. The move was a gamble, but one that held the potential for significant rewards. The United States had several strategic goals in mind when it lifted sanctions on Syria. First, it aimed to rebuild its influence in the region without resorting to military intervention. The U.S. had learned from the costly wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. It wanted to avoid another prolonged military engagement. Second, the U.S. sought to support Ahmed al-Sharaa as a potential force for stability in Syria. Al-Sharaa's moderate stance and commitment to democracy made him an appealing partner. The U.S. hoped to help him consolidate power and rebuild the country. Third, the U.S. aimed to strengthen ties with Arab nations and counter Iranian influence in the region. By partnering with Saudi Arabia and other Gulf states, the U.S. sought to contain Iran's growing power. This was part of a broader strategy to reshape the regional balance of power. The road ahead for Syria remained uncertain. The country faced numerous challenges. Extremist groups like ISIS still operated within its borders. Regional tensions, particularly with Israel, continued to simmer. The success of al-Sharaa's presidency was far from guaranteed. He faced opposition from remnants of the old regime and from hardline factions within the opposition. The country was deeply divided. It would take time to heal the wounds of the war. Despite the challenges, the lifting of sanctions offered a glimmer of hope for the Syrian people. It presented an opportunity for peace and reconstruction. The success of this endeavor depended on the commitment of all parties involved, both within Syria and in the international community. The stakes were high. The outcome remained to be seen. Hit the like and subscribe button for more videos.